The storm came out of nowhere. It was late March, that strange time of year when winter refuses to let go and spring hasn't fully arrived. The sky had been clear an hour earlier. Now rain lashed sideways across the highway. Wind shook the car, branches scraped the asphalt. Megan hated driving in storms, but she had stayed too long at work. By the time she left the office, the weather alert had already been issued. Severe thunderstorm warning, flash flooding possible. She just wanted to get home. The highway was nearly empty. Headlights blurred in the rain. Wipers struggled to keep up. That's when she saw him. A figure standing on the shoulder, hood up, thumb out, completely still. No one hitchhikes anymore, not in storms, not at night. But something about him felt wrong to leave behind. He wasn't waving, wasn't moving, just standing in the rain as if he had nowhere else to be. She slowed. Her tires hissed against water. The car rolled to a stop a few feet ahead of him. For a second, she almost drove off. Then he opened the back door and got in. He didn't ask, didn't speak, just sat down. The door shut softly behind him. Megan checked the rearview mirror. Young, early 20s, dark hair plastered to his forehead, water dripping from his sleeves. He wasn't shivering, not even slightly. "Where are you headed?" she asked. Silence. The only sound was the storm hammering the roof. He didn't answer, didn't move, didn't even blink. His eyes were focused forward, not at her, not at the window, just straight ahead. The temperature inside the car began to drop. She turned the heat higher. Still cold. Cold in a way that didn't feel mechanical, more like something was pulling warmth out of the air. "Are you okay?" she tried again. Nothing. Not a nod, not a glance. Lightning flashed. For a split second, the interior lit up bright white. In that instant, she saw something strange. His clothes weren't just wet. They looked old, faded, out of place, like they belonged to another year. The next mile marker read, "Exit 14, a small rural turnoff, hardly used." He lifted one hand slowly and pointed forward. That was the first movement he'd made. "You want me to pull off there?" she asked. No response, but his finger remained raised. She took the exit. The road narrowed. Trees leaned inward. Rain came down harder, almost blinding. After a minute, she realized something unsettling. She didn't recognize this road, and she had lived in the area for 7 years. "There aren't any houses out here," she said quietly. Still nothing. Another lightning flash. She glanced in the mirror. His eyes were on her now, not blinking, not angry, just waiting. Her chest tightened. "Okay," she whispered. "Okay." She drove another half mile. Then the storm peaked. Wind howled through the trees. Branches cracked. The car shook violently. And then the engine stalled. The dashboard flickered. Headlights dimmed. The car rolled to a stop in the middle of the narrow road. She tried the ignition. Nothing. Just clicking. Her breath fogged in front of her face, inside the car. She turned slowly in her seat. The back seat was empty. The door was still closed, locked. Rain streamed down the windows. No footprints outside. No sound of anyone running. Just storm. Her heart pounded so hard it hurt. She stared at the seat where he had been sitting. It was dry, completely dry. No water, no imprint, nothing. The engine suddenly restarted, smoothly, as if it had never failed. Headlights bright again, heat blasting. She didn't look back. She drove, didn't stop until she reached her driveway. For days she tried to convince herself she had imagined it. Stress, fatigue, storm hallucination, anything. Then a week later,
There was a knock at her door. Police. They asked if she had driven Highway 26 during the storm last Tuesday. Her stomach dropped. Yes, she said. They showed her a photograph, a missing person flyer, dated 8 years earlier. The boy in the photo had dark hair, same sharp jaw, same distant eyes, same age, wearing the exact same jacket. He disappeared during a spring storm, the officer said. Car accident, flooded drainage ditch off exit 14. Her hands began to shake. Was he found? She whispered. The officer hesitated. They found the car. Her breath caught. And him? The officer looked at her carefully. No. That night, Megan couldn't sleep. Rain tapped lightly against the windows, nothing like the storm from before, but enough. Around 2:17 a.m., she heard something, a soft click, like a car door closing. Her heart froze. She looked out the bedroom window. Her car sat in the driveway, still, dark. Then the interior light turned on for just a second and turned off again. The next morning she checked the back seat. It was dry, but colder than the rest of the car, cold enough that her breath showed when she leaned inside. On the floor mat near the rear passenger door, mud, fresh, thin streaks leading toward the front seats and stopping right behind the driver's position. She doesn't drive during storms anymore, especially not in early spring, because sometimes when thunder rolls across the sky, she swears she sees him again, standing on the shoulder of the highway, waiting. And this time, his thumb isn't out, he's waving her down.